Classics, 7 to 10 p.m., KLAC, 570 on the AM dial. Join me every Monday night. You can call me on the phone for 3 hours. We'll talk to you then on the radio, okay? Now, Bill, I see this liberal boob is back.
He sure is. Wally, the boob is back, and he's more liberal and a bigger bleeding heart than ever. He can't recognize a good idea when he sees one. There's pending legislation that says we should televise executions. I know you agree with that. I agree with it. He wants to debate you on that issue. Here is Rick Scouler.
Okay, hold on. Now, Rick.
Kind of colorful crown up there tonight.
Yes. Almost as colorful as your stupid nose. Let me tell you this. There are a few California legislators up in Sacramento that are spearheading a great movement, and I'm in favor of it, to televise executions in prime time. Now, Rick.
Wally, first of all, what we have to admit is that the death penalty does not cause a downward trend in murder.
No, Rick. No,
Okay?
Rick. Wait.
It's proven.
No, Rick.
Anybody that thinks otherwise is a jerk.
No, Rick. No, Rick. Wait a minute. The first thing we have to admit is that you are an idiotic nerd. Now, Rick, you cannot tell me that watching an execution, watching those pellets drop, and watching that guy gasp for his last few...
Yes.
You cannot tell me that that won't
What are you
deter...
gonna do?
Wait a minute, I'm not through yet. You can't tell me that won't deter a potential murderer. I say it will. What about you?
Wally, the majority of murders are not premeditated. They're spur of the moment, drug-induced, alcohol-induced.
Not necessarily.
Oh, come on.
Rick, that's not true because...
And what are you going to do?
First-degree
How do you
murder.
know?
Premeditated.
No.
I'm not going to let you off on that one.
What I'm saying is the majority of murders are not premeditated, and unless that murderer is watching the TV show at the same time he's killing somebody or trying to kill somebody, it's not going to do any good.
Rick, the people who are executed are, when they get the death penalty, they are guilty of premeditated
has been proven
murder.
not to reduce murder.
Well, there's not much recidivism. The guys that are getting executed don't produce any more murders.
The death penalty. All right. Maybe the death penalty. Wait a minute. Maybe the death penalty will not deter murderers in itself. But I say, if any potential murderer watches in prime time an execution going on, he's going to say, oh, no, I don't want that happening to me. Isn't that
right? Wally, you cannot put something like that on television. It wouldn't even make it to the first air date. There's enough violence on television right now. We don't need the real thing.
Oh, hold on a minute. Wait a minute.
We don't need the real thing.
I say this. Wait a minute. We see more violence.
The only people that would watch it would be these Looney Tunes out here in your audience.
These people are good, law-abiding citizens. Rick, my audience knows justice, and they know that justice and they know justice will be served if we televise those death penalties.
Wally, would you want your daughter, when she's 4 or 5 years old, to sit down and watch a man being executed?
It's not for children to watch.
Well, how do you
know it
How
isn't.
do you know? How can you guarantee me that children will not be watching this.
Well, how do you know they're not going to be watching pornography or anything else? You keep them
Well,
out
if
of the
they're
room,
at your house, they probably would
If
be.
you're a good parent, hey, I wouldn't be, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if he's starring in some pornographic movies. And
Hey, well,
wait a minute. Wait a minute, Rick.
Thank you for the compliment.
Wait a minute. If he is, hey, wait a minute. If he is starring in a pornographic movie, I'm sure it's with an all-male cast. Now, what I'm saying, Rick, is, wait, hold on. I'm saying murders are going up here in the state of California.
And why are they going up?
Because we're not doing anything.
Because we're not doing anything about the drug problem. We're not doing anything about... Wait. We're not doing anything about the illegal aliens. That's why we have a high murder rate. Wait. 90% of all violent crimes are done after drinking alcohol.
Oh, that's it. That's insanity.
And as long as we keep selling beer and hard alcohol, we are going to have murders and all sorts of other crimes.
I'm saying this, Rick. Hey, hold on. We all know the answer why. We all know the answer why that murder is going up and up and up and up is because we...
That's right.
Because we are too soft on these criminals. We got to get tougher, don't we?
Wally, see that's a typical conservative attitude.
And it's the right attitude.
No, it's the wrong way to go about things. You don't try to cure something after the fact. It's you crime. It's you preventing the crime before it happens.
That's what he's saying by showing these people what will happen to them.
Yeah, right on. That's exactly right.
When somebody has their finger on that trigger, the last thing they're going to think about is some damn TV show.
No, I'll tell you.
It's going to be in the heat of the moment, and they're going to shoot anyway.
No, I'm telling you one thing.
When somebody shoots somebody, they don't think, hey, I could get caught for this and spend life in prison. They don't think that. They say, I'm going to kill the mother, and I'm going to try to get away with it.
What I'm saying this. The answer is this, Rick. Hold it. The answer is this, you idiotic dimwit. The answer, as far as murderers, convicted first-degree murderers, the answer is, number one, we got to start implementing the death penalty, and then when we start implementing it, we got to show it in prime time. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Wally George here on Hot Seat, and we're talking about the death penalty, and we're talking about televising executions. Now, you know what? Rick Scouler here says that it would be too violent. We see this... we see this kind of violence all the time on the nightly television news, don't we? Wait a minute, Rick. Every night when there's a murder and there's always a shooting, what does the television news do? They zero in on the head of a...
I'm not saying that is good. We need to get violence off the television.
No,
you want to put more of it
I want positive violence on television. Seeing somebody dead...
Your show is a classic example of positive violence.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you. Hey, you know what a real classic example of positive violence is me punching him in his fat nose. That would be real positive violence. But the whole thing is, we see this on the television news, we see it on TV shows. It doesn't do any good. It's negative. But showing someone
and they've shown that the effects of violence has done a very, very big detriment to society.
Yeah, you know why? Because they show the criminals in these shows
no,
glamorous guys.
Violence is violence.
I'm sick and tired of
you look sick and tired. You know that?
Hey, I have news for you. Hey, wait a minute. You smell old and worn out. Now, what I'm telling you, is we have to get tougher on these people. And I'm telling you, I'm sick and tired of the media painting these criminals, these murderers out as celebrities like Charles Manson, Robert Alton Harris,
they're not
Richard
making them out
Ramirez.
to be celebrities.
They're always
no. They interview them to try to get some of their
over and
psychological
over and over
secrets
again.
out.
How many Charles
People
Manson?
like to see that. People are sick.
Yeah.
People are sick.
That doesn't.
Like your audience here. They have a minute.
The whole thing is, hey.
People find that interesting. People find that interesting.
People
That's why the news puts it on.
People will find it a lot more interesting and a lot more positive
to see a human being die on prime time.
I say.
I tell you what. Why don't we do a test pilot with you getting executed first and see if it works?
I'm telling you this.
We could probably just put you in the chair and you could die of old age. You wouldn't even have to use the gas pedal.
You are so hilarious, you know. Why don't you stick to the fact? The fact of the matter is that you bleeding heart liberals are always
We're
calling...
compassionate for life.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are.
You are compassionate...
And if you want to kill somebody, you are no better than they are.
You are compassionate always for the criminal. I'm compassionate for their victims. I'm sick and tired of people like you constantly saying we can't be barbaric. We can't do this to these criminals.
It is cruel and unusual punishment.
You know what I think? You know what I think? I would go even further. Hold on. I would go even further. I say this how I would like to have the death penalty. I would like to see convicted, cold-blooded, first-degree murderers. I'd like to see them be executed the same way they killed their victims. How about that?
Yeah, and I bet you'd really get off watching that on television.
I would. Yeah. I would pop a bottle of champagne when I wonder.
That's probably not all he would pop, I'll tell you that.
Hey, Rick, you know, I want to...
He's always trying to drag us. He's always trying to drag us back to his parties in West Hollywood.
Hey, Rick, I want to take you back to something you said earlier where you said there's already too much violence on TV. That's a point well taken, because I think what we need to do is show the result of what happens when you commit that kind of violence.
Yeah.
Well,
so that these kids, you talk about kids seeing it, if kids saw, you go out here and blow these people away, you lose your life. I think there'd be a lot less of it.
Hey, you know what? Wait a minute. When Robert Alton Harris...
If you knew anything about psychology, you would know
you don't know anything about anything.
When somebody is in the heat of a moment and they're going to shoot somebody, they don't think about television.
Well, you're telling me that it's just impossible to stop murders then? Because they're all done in the heat of passion?
We will always have murder. We will always have murder.
I don't believe that. I don't want to believe that.
Oh, come on.
Rick, I don't think we have to.
The answer
what
is...
kind of drugs are you on tonight, bro?
Hey! We're going to see a little... We'll see a little violence here, Rick.
Hey, hold on. Let me tell you this. Robert Alton Harris, when he shot those two young kids, and one of the kids said, "God help me," I would love to go up there and watch Robert Alton Harris up there in that same location and have someone pull a gun on him. I want to see him beg for mercy. I think the gas chamber is not violent enough. What do you think?
Where would it all stop, Wally? Where would it all stop?
It would all
Pretty soon we'd be cutting people's arms off on television, cutting people's heads off on television. Come on.
The whole problem we have here, Rick, is
we'll be right back after this message from Budweiser or something like that.
The whole problem is we have not been tough enough on crime, and
we have not done the correct things to deter crime.
Right, and the way to deter it is to get tougher. For example,
you prevent crime, not after the fact.
For example, let's get tougher on rapists and child molesters. The proper punishment is castration. Let's really start getting tough.
Hey, Wally, Just because it happened to you doesn't mean everybody has to go through that.
Let's go to the audience. Yes, okay, let's go to the audience. Yes, go ahead. Yeah, John.
Rick Scouler, you keep accusing everybody of not knowing their facts. Where do you get your facts, and what kind of proof do you have to back up your statements, or are they just your opinions?
It's
Common knowledge.
From where?
Anybody.
What's your background in psychology that you know so much?
Anybody that keeps up with the news or reads the papers or watches any kind of documentary television knows that these facts are true. They're public domain.
You
What's
have
your
no
background in
knowledge.
psychology that you say nobody else knows anything
almost
about
all
psychology?
violent crimes are done under the influence of alcohol.
Hey,
So how do you know what they're thinking and stuff? You say nobody here knows anything about
You
psychology?
don't know what they're thinking, but I'll
What's your
say one thing.
background?
They're not going to be thinking of a television show.
Hey, how do you know? You just said they don't know what they're
week
thinking.
Or the week before.
Where do you get your facts from? What kind of proof
Because
and background
I'm
do you have?
intelligent, unlike yourself.
Intelligent about what?
Wait, hold on. He says he's intelligent and knowledgeable. I doubt that he got his diploma from kindergarten. Knowledgeable. Give me a break. Yes.
Wally, my name's Tim Cannon. I just want to know
Hold it.
two questions. One, was he raised in the armpit of society? And number two, where'd you go to school?
You did.
I graduated from Redlands High School, 1977.
After high school.
Fact? What? Pardon?
Where'd you go after high school?
I took a course in hard knocks to life.
Did you say boys' school? Boys' school? Is that prison?
No.
Prison? No? No? I have another question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, go ahead.
You say punishment, but it's not punishment, it's penalty because it's death.
No. God said we shall not kill. And that means even
Hold
first-degree
on.
murderers.
Let me stop you there.
When you kill somebody, when you execute somebody, you are lowering yourself to
No,
their standard.
hold on, Rick.
No, that's not the question.
Hold on. Let
You
me
said it was...
Let me answer.
Huh?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me answer you.
Never heard of any of those.
Hey, here's something very important. You said...
Okay, so what are you going to say? Should we go out and kill all
No,
the
I'm
fat-
talking to you, Rick. Will you knock it off?
Go for it. I don't
Knock.
care.
Hold on. In the commandments, in the original commandments, it did not say thou shalt not kill. It said thou shalt not murder, and then it was changed.
Is the same.
No way.
Yes, it is.
No way.
It
Killing.
all has the same.
No way.
effect. You're
Murder.
dead.
No way.
dead.
Killing is the proper punishment for a cold-blooded murderer. Okay, yes, go ahead.
My name's Robin. I'm from Fountain Valley. I want to know.
Hold it. Okay, Robin.
Wait, what would a cute
Just
woman
listen.
like you be doing, wasting your
No,
time
will
and
you
coming to this
stop?
show?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, I seen you before, and you had a Jim and Tammy Baker doll. And your exact words, Mr. Murderer, were, "I would like to kick Jim Baker in the head until he is
Was
dead."
dead.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, now wait a minute. Now wait.
Now.
Wait, shut up. What is this stuff about cruel and unusual punishment,
because the
all God's
crime-
creatures,
no,
all that stuff? What,
The
you're full of
crime
it,
that Jim
dude.
Baker committed far exceeds murder.
Oh, so he should be killed?
That's not true. That's
So
not
he should
true.
be kicked in the head
He
till
never
he's
killed
dead?
anybody.
Yeah.
He stole
On
money.
TV. On
Wait a
TV.
minute. Wait, stop right
He
now.
defrauded God,
Wait,
and that
wait,
is
hold on a
going
minute.
way past
Murder is worse than defrauding
stop
God.
right now. Hey,
No,
he
it's
says,
not. God is the Almighty.
hold on, Rick. He says Jim Baker should be kicked in the head. He should be kicked in the butt. And he's out of here.